Hey, you ready?
Ready.
Hello, everybody. Thank you again for tuning in to another episode of the Huevos con Weenies podcast. I'm Jay, the creator, and here with me is my co-host, Purple Suns.
Hello.
How you doing, man?
Good. Good.
It hasn't been that long since I've seen you, sign on Tuesday, to do
Tuesday.
a
Yeah.
last minute podcast.
Yep. When we
Um,
had we had the power outage here. We had to do an emergency podcast for the listeners.
yeah, we had to. You guys are a priority.
And just because it was so last minute, we noticed the audio was kind of fucked up on the last one. And I know, it's terrible. I mean, we're 14 episodes in. Where's our heads at?
Yeah,
But we're just two dudes. We're just two dudes. We're human.
yeah. We don't have a fucking audio engineer.
Yep.
We're trying to do our best.
So yeah, we were at a time crunch, and also we wanted to get the episode out for you all as well. So this one we did take our time, um, and we hope that you could see the difference. I'm
Hopefully,
sure you
because we
will.
were fucking working on this for like the past
30
say
minutes
like
at least.
hour and a half.
You think so? Oh,
It's
maybe.
it's already it's already 9:40.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
funny. Yeah, this dude stopped by around 8 o'clock,
yeah.
and here we are, 9:30 on a Friday.
We should be drinking and shit, but instead we gotta do this podcast because
Yeah.
we don't want the same situation to happen with the power outage again.
Exactly.
I mean,
Well, I guess one of us is drinking. I have
oh, yeah,
wine.
you have wine.
Some of the finest wines, I would say.
Dark Horse. Yeah,
Dark Horse is actually pretty good.
I'm
I,
not much of a wine drinker, so I don't even know.
it's tasty. This one's from Modesto. So Dark Horse, if you're out there,
Send us some bottles.
send
We're
us some
looking to get
bottles.
sponsored.
Yep. Let's get all the kids drunk on YouTube.
Exactly.
Yeah. And as always, we notice the numbers are still pretty consistent. We're loving it.
Oh my god, I know. Thank you so much, guys, for fucking giving us a chance and listening to this podcast.
Yeah.
We try our best to give you guys content every week, and I mean, so far we're doing it.
I know.
Yeah, but
It's always scary, right?
definitely because for the most part, the last couple ones we've been coming on this podcast, and we typically don't have anything prepared, but somehow we get through it, and you guys are liking it, so
It's still
you
some
know,
of the best
if
content we
anything,
make.
thank you guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Just stuff that's off the cuff.
We're still working stuff out ever since it was episode 3 when we did the Are There Mexican Haitians, or Are There Haitians in
Oh yeah.
Mexico is what it was
Yeah.
called. We got flagged for that one on YouTube. YouTube really didn't like the fact that we used
It's
clips in
just
that one,
YouTube.
which really sucked. But we we're trying to find a way to get clips back in the show,
Yeah.
which is kind of even harder now because our setup is completely different now, and
hmm
we don't really know how we're going to be able to play clips and see them at the same time.
It'd take a little bit of coordination.
Definitely.
We're
And
thinking of maybe what if we play them on our phone, we'll react to it, and then on the screen we'll just play the clip as we're seeing it, just sync up what we're watching and then just give them the full clip on the
on the YouTube,
on
yeah.
the YouTube video.
That's one
one
way.
way.
Yeah, that's one way we could do it.
Yeah. And for you audio listeners, you get best of both worlds. You're not flagged by YouTube.
Oh yeah, yeah. If we just strictly had audio listeners, this wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
But because we post on YouTube as well, we have to be very careful because
Yeah.
3 strikes and they delete your channel.
Damn.
And we haven't had a strike yet. We just got copyright claimed.
Yeah. So is that like a slap on the wrist? Can you keep getting copyright claims?
You can, um,
Just
but then
not,
you would just have to edit your content to not get it. You know what I mean? Because it's like
You get a
um
strike for those, is what I'm saying. Ever.
kind of because like every time somebody plays that video, if if it gets enough plays, it gets monetized, but because it's copyright claimed, the money goes to the company that owns the videos that we
Ah.
played.
Well, they recently did that. They recently made that change.
Oh
I
really?
saw news about that. Yeah, about like 3 months ago, I would say.
Are they changing their copyright policies?
Yes, they were doing quite a bit of tinkering.
Okay.
So yeah, you're right. It does go to the companies, which I think is fair if you expect not to be monetized and still want to give people content. It's a good way instead of making you put down your video or just completely disabling your video.
Yeah.
At least it's still out there. I mean, content creators usually have other forms of
Ways to make
donations
monies.
or
Yeah.
ways people could send money or support, basically like Patreon and things like that.
So they don't care about whatever they
Yeah,
post on
I mean the
YouTube.
bigger
Yeah.
YouTubers obviously, but I don't know about the smaller ones. Maybe they do rely on that.
I think so. I mean, they're just trying to make it, you know.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
but then yeah, some people are just so small that they don't see a dime anyways.
true. And they're trying their best just to get followers, which
Yep.
is what we're trying to do. So
Yeah.
less problems we have with YouTube, the better.
Yep. And
For
you
when
audio
we,
listeners, I've still been killing it.
oh, definitely. Yeah, we've been checking out the numbers. We got listeners from Oakland. Shout out East Oakland,
There we go. East
Modesto,
Oakland.
Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys so much for listening.
Yeah, and India, of course.
Of course, India
Yeah.
coming through.
They're listening on Ghana.
Yeah, I've never used the app, but thank you, Indians, for using it
Yeah.
and listening to us.
I was thinking, like, I wonder if we were featured on there, or maybe the algorithm kind of picked us up and started recommending us somehow. Because all of a sudden, we started just getting a lot more plays from there.
Yeah.
Like if maybe we were visible on a page of some sort on that app.
That would have been dope if we were, because I
Yeah.
looked up. I just searched the word Huevos on Ghana, and ours was the only podcast on there. So, and then like Huevos, that's not like an Indian word, so we must have been featured or something.
Yeah, something. Like, how do people find us?
Yeah. Or maybe not many American podcasts are on there. I don't know. I've never used Ghana.
Oh,
So.
yeah. Maybe there's like an American section, and since there's not too many there,
Yeah.
maybe that's how we're found.
Yeah, because I see that, or at least I noticed that whenever people start off on a podcast, they typically only put themselves on Google, Apple, and SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, we don't have SoundCloud because you got to pay for that.
Yeah.
But we're on pretty much every platform. Yeah, you could find us on.
We got a good host, I would say that.
Yeah.
They plug us into everything.
Yeah, I know. Thank God for that service.
Yeah. It's a little pricier than the other ones, but it's worth it. We get nice analytics.
Yeah. I thank you for getting us that.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Because I wouldn't even have known about that.
Like a lot of people do Anchor, and did you know that one is owned by Spotify? And so there was some talk as to you not even really owning your podcast, because similar to like Instagram where you put up your picture, it's not really yours anymore.
Yeah.
It's basically Instagram's picture now. So they hold the rights to it, although the CEO, I think, came out and said, no, you still own your podcast. But I don't see why that would still be in their terms then if that was the case. Why is it in their privacy policy that your podcast is basically, or your content is basically, their property?
Yeah, which is bullshit because I'm the one who made it.
Yeah.
And then I just happen to use their platform to put it out there.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that they should own it now.
Yeah.
That's not how that works.
But then again, it's free.
It's not how it
so
should work.
usually podcast hosts cost some money, and all of a sudden there's this one podcast host that's not charging anything.
Yeah.
I wonder how they're making their money.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if I mentioned, but they are owned by Spotify as well.
Yeah.
Spotify ended up, because they were making a hard push
Yeah.
to basically get a little bit of market in podcasting because it was blowing up, right? So all these other apps started incorporating podcasts, and then Spotify felt it was a good idea to start having podcasts on their app.
Which is probably why they decided to buy the JRE show for $100 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you sell your soul for $100 million?
What soul is there, man?
Yeah.
Here we go
With
again.
that amount of money.
I'm saying I don't even have a soul.
Oh.
That sounds wrong when you say it that way. But I don't think we have souls.
Okay. Just
But
think we're just bodies
yeah,
that just
just like any living
disappear.
organism in this earth.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just energy. We were composed,
Yeah.
and soon we'll belong to the earth again. Well, hopefully not very very soon, because
Yeah.
I still got some A24 movies to watch. But
I know. I think about that. Like, what if I die before like One Piece? That's an anime
yeah,
ends.
yeah,
What if I never get to see the ending? Because
yeah.
One Piece has been going on. I might have talked about this before, but One Piece, the show and the manga, the comic book, has been going on for more than 20 years now.
That is insane.
The first anime episode came out in 1999.
It's safe to say we're all gonna be dead by the time that thing ends.
I mean, it's been going on forever, man.
Yeah.
The creator of the manga or the One Piece, the creator of One Piece,
Mm-hmm.
he has stated multiple times, I think like in the past 5, 7 years, that the story is about 80% done. But he just keeps coming out saying that he has all these different ideas of where the story can go,
Yeah.
and he wants to explore that.
Maybe he has ADHD. Like when he's writing these stories, like, oh, I got an idea. Like he's gonna do this, and then he gets sidetracked.
Or do you think it's kind of like you found your golden goose, and you don't want your golden goose to die.
Mm-mm.
You want to
'Cause that's
keep
your
that shit. You
baby.
want to keep that shit going.
Plus, it keeps the canon alive, man. It's basically adding more depth to the story. So
I
usually
like.
people like that.
I guarantee, like, he's probably like one of those guys where, even after he does finish, One Piece, nothing he ever does again is ever gonna
Mm-mm.
amount to what One Piece is for a
Nor
lot of
will
people.
anyone ever think that either.
No, yeah, yeah. The moment he comes out with another story, everybody's gonna be
They're
like,
like,
"Man,
it's shit.
this story's shit, man. One Piece was way better than this."
Why are people so fanatical?
Oh no.
I could
I
be the
think
same way.
I think that's probably what like causes all these artists to go crazy, end up killing themselves
Yeah.
because they can never amount to what they once were.
Yeah. It's like they're living in
It's
their
kind of
own
like J.K.
shadow.
Rowling.
Yeah.
She was a top, but then she went crazy and started making a bunch of homophobic and transphobic comments. And now she's
Yeah. What's up with
like
her?
nothing to the people. I don't know, man. That bitch is crazy or
Or
something.
maybe since social media, she really took on this whole Twitter thing, huh?
Had
Like
she
she's
not
really
ever
into
joined
Twitter.
Twitter, she probably would have been fine.
Yeah. Twitter exposes people.
It does.
Yeah.
Do you think? I mean, she is a writer, and writers typically take a lot of prescription drugs.
Yeah.
So maybe she just like fried her
Adderall.
brain with Adderall or something.
It's like meth.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah. I
I,
took it once.
I
I
kind of want
think
to try it, man.
I might have talked about it on this podcast actually, but yeah, I took Adderall once, and that
I
shit was
think you said
awesome.
Adderall and what was it? What was
And you
that?
were like, oh yeah, it's like speed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Adderall is like meth, which
yeah,
I think is the same thing as speed.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And that shit was dope. Fucked
Or
me up afterwards though.
yeah.
So I never did it again after
Have you
that.
ever heard sidetracked here? Have you ever heard of a speedball?
No, what is that?
Um, I think that's when you do like meth and see, I might be butchering this, so you guys, I'm not a druggie like that, but I think it's like meth and coke at the same time.
Fuck.
Yeah. Whereas like an 8 ball is
Yeah,
like
just Coke.
just coke, which is probably like an ounce of coke, I guess, because an 8 ball is like the size,
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah. But speedball, that sounds dangerous. I think people died from that.
sounds
People
like it
taking
would fuck you
speedballs.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. And one of the myths from coke is that you can't really get a heart attack from it, although you hear it all the time,
Yeah.
because heart attacks are caused by a clog in your artery system. And doing coke isn't going to suddenly make your fat consumption in your fucking arteries fucking clog up all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But I think it makes you feel like your heart is going to explode.
Because of how hyped up on adrenaline
How
you are.
hyped up. Yeah.
Gotcha.
You know, the reason I don't need that is because there's energy drinks. You take one nice can of that Bang energy drink.
Yeah.
If you really want to feel it, down it and see how you feel.
Shotgun it.
Or there's red lines.
Red lines.
Red lines. They're the ones where you're supposed to drink half the bottle because it's like a decent sized bottle like this.
Okay.
And it has like a little line and it says basically this is the amount you're supposed to take. And then the next serving, like whenever you need energy drink, take the rest, which is half.
Oh, okay.
So those really get you up there.
Interesting. I've never tried those before. I'm gonna have to now.
Yeah. And I noticed, like, in terms of caffeine, if there's a can that's like 300 milligrams, like this, and it's a decent size,
Yeah.
you feel it less than a little one that's 300 milligrams. I wonder why that is. Even though there's the same amount of caffeine in it.
Do you think maybe just because, like, the caffeine in the smaller one's more potent
Yeah, that's what I
than
feel.
the bigger one? 'Cause
It's like
not
more concentrated, right?
Yeah, more concentrated and condensed compared to,
Yeah.
the big tall can of it.
Yeah. Well, how's that different than like an alcohol bottle being 40% and a small one being 40%?
Hmm. Yeah, huh?
I don't know.
Or like,
Because the amount in that case,
Do
you're getting
the-
drunk, right?
yeah,
But
do-
then again, caffeine, I mean, 300 milligrams is 300 milligrams of caffeine. So, I don't know. I don't know how to convert those numbers.
I don't know how it works.
I'm not so smart.
Or do you think like with the tall can, it says that's 300 milligrams of caffeine, and the small one also has 300 milligrams of caffeine. It's just that with the tall can, it's just more spread out, right?
Oh,
Compared
so you're
to
drinking it,
The
putting
smaller
it
one.
down.
So I think like the size difference is just the shape of the bottle.
Mm.
Like,
But I've seen like for instance, the 5 hour energy drinks, they
Yeah.
have like 200 milligrams of caffeine.
okay,
It's small and you really feel it.
yeah.
But that's more caffeine than a Monster, which is like 160 or 150, something like that.
I think with the monsters, I think just because it has more, because it's just not pure caffeine. I mean, obviously the
It has
5 hour
other shit.
energy drink isn't either, but it has less ingredients
Yeah,
and
the Monster.
the caffeine, so you feel the caffeine more. I would say
Ooh, I
compared
think we
to
cracked this one.
a monster where, you probably don't notice the caffeine, but you notice the sugar
Everything else.
and the carbonated soda
Yeah.
that's in it.
Okay, that
I
makes
think
sense.
that's why.
Yeah. So I've been drinking like the zero sugar ones, and they're pretty tasty. Or maybe I've just grown to like things that taste like
Zero
that.
sugar. Yeah, because I had last time I was here, not last time, but I think it was like 2 weeks ago or something. We went to the liquor store and I got those Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Yeah.
I hated it, man. I hated it. Just
What?
tasting
That's
all
like
that.
one of my favorites.
No, it's just tasting all that sugar and shit.
Oh
It just
yeah,
got me
it's
sick.
pretty heavy in
Just
sugar.
got me sick. I couldn't do it.
And depending on which one you get, some feel more sugary than others.
Yeah. So like I can't do those sugary alcohol drinks anymore. I gotta
They
go.
make you sick, huh?
Yeah, I gotta go seltzer.
So maybe
It's
that's
kinda-
why you
kinda
don't
sucks.
you can't handle the Four Loco taste anymore. The taste.
Because of all that sugar.
Remember,
Yeah.
I think it was last weekend. We bought the seltzer. It was
Yeah.
like a seltzer of Four Loco,
Yeah,
which is the nastiest drink I've ever tasted in my life.
it was horrible.
I usually could find the good things in drinks or
Yeah.
food. I was like, usually I'd be like, well, this needed more salt or something, but it tastes good. But this fucking drink here, it tasted like old cough medicine mixed with old grape lollipops, something like that.
It was really gross. Yeah.
It was hard to drink, but I was a trooper and I did it, although not because of the taste.
You just
But-
want to get fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, they got it. They got it wrong with that one. They got it wrong. I don't know who tested the products and lied to the CEOs about it.
How is
but
it a seltzer?
Yeah, that shit
I
was.
didn't taste anything seltzer about it.
It was just nasty. It was
They
gross.
lied. False marketing.
Yeah, I am.
Usually seltzers have like that gassy effect, the carbonation,
Yeah,
but this had none.
that makes it, and then a faint taste of the flavor,
Yeah.
and then this one, yeah, it had like no carbonation, and like the taste. I think it was supposed to be like black cherry or something,
Yeah,
but it
it
didn't
was
even taste like black cherry. It
nothing
tastes
like
like
it.
shit.
Black cherry would be, I don't even know if there's a black cherry taste. Maybe like one of those Coke. They have the cherry Cokes, which taste kind of like a black cherry.
Yeah,
Yeah, but this tasted nothing like it. I don't know what this was. This was like old candy.
yeah. If you guys are looking for a seltzer, do not try the Four Loco seltzer. Go with a Truly or a White Claw or the Bud. Are they Bud Lights? The Bud Light seltzers? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We tried the Coors ones as well. I think those are the ones we tried.
Oh,
The
those are really
Coors
good. Yeah,
ones.
yeah. Try the Coors seltzers, or there was like another one. Um, what was it like? Fucking Beaver or something?
Oh yeah, those like the one with the little beaver going like this, showing
Yeah,
he has strong muscles.
yeah. There's like a Beaver
It was
seltzer.
tasty. It had a lot more seltzer than the other ones, so you can't down
Oh
it.
yeah, it was more carbonated. I remember
Carbonated.
that. Yeah,
And if you're not using it to down it, then it's gonna be perfectly fine. But if you're using it to try to down it, don't do it.
yeah. Don't shotgun that one. That
It'll
one's a
mess
bad
up
one.
your gallbladder. I don't know. I'm just making it up.
Yeah,
But yeah, and seltzers have really been coming up as of late.
it
So
has
there's a
like
seltzer for everything.
yeah. All the companies are making them now.
They
They're
jumped on the
trying to.
bandwagon.
Fucking Four Loco.
So White Claw made it mainstream. I'm sure there was probably one seltzer that was not mainstream, but ever since White Claw started catching on, then everyone else started jumping on the bandwagon. Although the second best, actually, and maybe even the first best, would probably be the Trulies. They're tasty as fuck.
Those were the second company to come out. Yeah, the
And I think,
Trulies.
yeah. Oh, even what is it? Something ice. Remember at this liquor store over here, we bought like a natural ice seltzer, and I think you didn't like it, but
Yeah, that fucking
it was like the
the
tall can.
the cheap ass brand, right?
Yeah.
Natural light beer.
Like usually college kids
Yeah.
would buy that because you get like a 24 pack for like
It's
$8.
super cheap. Yeah.
Yeah, but even they
That's like
jumped on
this
the bandwagon.
town's Coors Light, dude.
Yeah.
The natural light beer. Oh,
Yeah.
well, I probably shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
Many towns
Many towns
across California love natural light beer, not just ours.
You might have to edit that. I don't know.
Yeah, it should be fine. It should be
I don't
fine.
know. Well, if you guys guessed it, you guys get another sticker. Everyone gets a sticker.
We're finding out where we live.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But oh yeah, so in the news this week, the whole GameStop stock.
Big talk everywhere. It's all anybody's talking about in the news.
Yeah.
GameStop stock
So-
and how much bullshit all these other fucking rich ass white people are trying to do to stop us from buying GameStop stock. Now, I'm probably not gonna buy GameStop stock because it's so expensive right now.
Yeah.
But for the people that are, I fucking salute you, man. For
if you have money, buy GameStop stock.
that's all it is at this point. It's just like people buying GameStop stock to send a message to the rich people,
Yeah.
like, go fuck yourselves.
Because they want it to go down, while these Reddit people, and it's mainstream now, so everybody's like,
yeah.
whoever's supporting is going to buy GameStop stock.
Which most likely they'll probably get a pretty big loss.
Yeah.
But it's all about sending a message, man.
But yeah, people got fucked over really bad. So these hedge fund people, they have a lot of money to experiment. But when it comes to billions of dollars, that's when they start hurting, because that's their talk. Like, you're talking billions, that's what they usually work with.
Yep.
Some of them are even worth billions, but unfortunately, these hedge fund people have even more than that. But yeah, not only that, we thought Robinhood was our savior. Because at first, remember when it started happening, everyone was praising Robin Hood. Yay,
Yeah.
Robin Hood. And then they were like, they really live up to their name. I saw just the day before, people were like really praising Robin Hood. But apparently, Robin Hood fucked them over. Fucked everyone over by uh, not only limiting, but they restricted the purchase or trading or anything of the GameStop stock. You could only sell. So how convenient that you could only sell. Did you see that they were actually selling people's stock off?
I heard about that, but I hadn't actually seen
I
any
saw
proof.
I saw proof.
Okay.
Yeah. At first, because one of our cousins was saying that, I was like,
Yeah,
like, that's a little
that's when
strange.
I was yeah, and to be honest, I kind of thought it was like some Facebook bullshit that you
Yeah,
read.
but I saw
Yeah, at that moment I tried to look for something, but I couldn't find
like if you
anything.
go to the Robinhood
Uh-huh.
subreddit or
Oh, okay,
any
that's
of the
probably why.
yeah, they had screenshots of basically their email. Basically, they were emailed and they were saying that we basically closed your shares for your own good in essence. Like I'm putting it in layman's
Yeah.
terms. Um, so basically, their stock was gone because they sold it off. Because the hedge funds
They
didn't
wanted
have
the price
enough.
to go down.
Not
Yeah.
only that, but there were not enough shares to go around for them to purchase it back because they need to purchase everything back.
Yep.
So they tried to make it so that there's more shares in the market, so no one could buy, but they could sell. So these hedge funds would buy it back, and they were selling stock off. So
Fucking bullshit.
those people need to go to jail
I
for
definitely
sure.
need to, learn more about stocks because how can there only be like a limited amount of stocks that you can buy?
I
You
think
know what I
because
mean?
they're
Like
shorting it. I guess when you short it, you basically cause like an infinite amount. Well, especially with their money of, uh, I guess demand. But that demand will never. They'll never have enough shares for that demand. But that demand will only come if the shares are worth a lot.
okay.
So so they, I don't know if you heard, but they say like they shorted it over 100%, meaning that basically they shorted it more than what it was worth, I guess. But even that's still confusing for me. Like I wouldn't
Yeah.
even know where to start if I had to short stocks if I had the money. But I guess it's basically when you count on the company devaluing, so the stock goes down. So you're betting on that while other people are betting up that it's going to go up. So their hopes is that they could bankrupt the company so that basically the funds will become available again. Because when you're bankrupt, basically you get almost like bailed out, right?
Yeah.
So
It's interesting. Kind
yeah,
of makes it seem like, these guys knew exactly what they were doing to cause the stock market crash in '08.
yeah,
I was reading about that. Like even when, it happened in '08, I was like, I guess, people just,
yeah,
betted wrong and some fucked up shit happened. But no, now it's looking like, oh no, these motherfuckers caused it.
yeah. And that was just as intense or even more, right? Because
A lot of people went into recession.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it had to do with also like housing loans as well and how that played a
Oh
part of
yeah,
it.
people were losing their homes and
Yeah,
shit. Yeah.
everyone. It
I
seems
remember
like
that.
everyone back then in the 2000s, they had like houses, cars. They had like
Yeah.
thousands of dollars on a credit card, like the limit.
Yeah.
But now we're left still probably recovering from that.
Yeah, a bunch of people are. Like, do you still have student loans?
Yeah, still.
Supposedly, Biden was going to be handing out student loan forgiveness.
If he
He
does
was
that,
gonna.
then I will say no more about him. So I'm
Yeah.
pretty critical.
Yeah, of course, of course. It's
Yeah,
only, you have the right to criticize the president.
yeah.
And I mean, I don't have to worry about it. I paid off all my student loans,
See,
which it was a tough decision because at the time I still owed $3,000 and
oh yeah,
to pay just to give away $3,000
yeah.
when you don't have much money, it kind of
And you
hurts.
don't even get a degree or anything.
No,
You just get a certificate and count that the company
that nobody asked
values
for.
that certificate.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Or especially in our field, they only ask for experience. They're
yeah.
not asking what, like where's your high school diploma? Where's your fucking
College
college
diploma.
diploma? Yeah, they
I
don't
mean,
ask
it'll
about
look
that.
good, but there's plenty of people getting hired with experience that have no degrees.
Yeah,
In our field, I don't know if it's different in any other.
that's true.
And probably
Yeah,
if you want to be a manager in management, probably you'll
yeah.
need one,
Oh
like a
yeah,
business
if you're like
degree
a
or
teacher or
something.
something, you probably have to show some sort of proof that you graduated.
Yeah. But other than that, you could, if you have the skills, like I know there's a lot of people even in India, they're taking a liking to, all this tech and stuff. They're big on Android too.
Nice.
Um so yeah, it's
So
going to be
back to
interesting to see what happens from this, basically, from this whole
it definitely is
GameStop
because
thing.
like where's the end game? How long are we gonna be holding this
Yeah, this
stock
isn't
for?
Avengers. I mean, it
I
needs.
know it's not, but it has to come to an end. We can't just keep holding GameStop stock.
Maybe we can. I'm saying we. I'm not even invested.
Everybody's gonna sell at some point.
Yeah. Well,
I kind of
hopefully.
feel I read just today that there's this Twitch streamer who was at the forefront of all this. Like he's the one who made the Reddit post about, you know, GME stock
Yeah, I wondered about that
and
guy.
and funny enough, back in it was like July 2019, right? He purchased $75,000 worth of GameStop stock.
Whoa.
And then, he's the one who led this, so he's made probably like billions of dollars by now.
If he sold.
No, he claims that he still has it. And
So
I'm
he could.
pretty sure if he did sell, people would notice that it was him that
Because it was
sold.
all sold off.
Yeah, yeah. Cuz that's a large amount of stock.
Yeah.
And he back in July 2019, the stock was probably at like
Kudos to him.
$5.
Or he could sell some of it and still make a pretty penny.
Oh, true.
But I can't
But then
picture
that would like
GameStop's.
defeat the purpose of his message,
Yeah,
you
I
know what
know.
I mean?
I mean, the message was definitely heard for sure. But I wonder if even if it does fall, he'll probably still make a profit because I don't see it going back to $3 anytime
Oh,
soon.
true.
Because that's what it was like last year at some point, $3.
Yeah, so even if he sells like at $20, he'll still make a shitload of money.
Yep, and he still got the message across. Well, hopefully this momentum could
That's a
keep
good point.
going for sure.
I know, fucking. I just read, like right now before we started the podcast, AMC, the movie company, the movie theater company that we were talking about when we went out to a restaurant. Like, oh, AMC's probably done.
Yep.
Because everybody bought AMC stock, they're now cleared of their $600 million debt.
Yep.
That's fucking crazy. They're like back in the game now.
And my
For
friend
when we
lost
get back.
$30,000 because of Robinhood too.
Fuck, you
They
serious?
yeah, they fucked them over.
What they do? They're like, oh, he couldn't buy anymore or what?
Right. Because they were limiting not only GameStop stock, but all the ones people were catching on to, the retail stock, basically.
Son of a bitch.
So any stock that was basically retail, they saw that, what was happening. Because they were just going to switch over to the next stock people.
Yeah.
So they didn't want that happening. So yeah, I hope Robinhood dies.
Definitely, I deleted my account.
I deleted mine. I need to close my account.
Yeah, I sent him an email already. You have to send him an email
Gotcha. Well,
to
that's what I'll
close
do.
to close your account. And then the same day that I closed my Robinhood account, I got an email from them saying about their policy changes. Like, oh,
Of
we're so
course.
happy to announce our policy changes and how they're gonna be fucking limiting stocks that you can buy, like the number of them you could buy at one time, and
What the heck?
obviously referring to the GameStop stock.
Yeah.
But to limit people of how much money they can spend, that's
Yeah.
fucking stupid, bro.
So people really, well, if this doesn't work out, because Robinhood, what was so great about it is it made stock easy for people who
Super
are
easy.
beginners,
Yep.
basically. And not only that, you could even be intermediate and advanced. I saw people who invested a lot with that
Yeah.
app. But it was just super user friendly, and that was what was so cool. They brought stock basically to anyone who wanted to invest and made it easy. And that's the first time I invested is with Robinhood.
Yeah.
Whereas before you needed to go through like a brokerage and talk to someone on the
Yeah,
phone.
you gotta talk to a guy who'll then take your money, and
Yeah.
then he'll decide what stocks to buy because he's so good at it.
Yeah. And what happened with Robinhood, they had a nice effect with all the other brokerages, brokerage markets, is that they're all zero commission right now. So just like Robinhood. So if you want to go to like an official one like Les Schwab or fucking E Trade or Fidelity, you could still trade stock there. And I doubt
Yeah.
they'll fuck you over like Robinhood did. So if you were buying GameStop stock with Fidelity, you're probably a baller right now. Because I didn't hear any bad stories about those, like the traditional
Yeah.
stock brokerages.
It's funny how, like, when Robinhood started implementing their bullshit policies on what stocks they're limiting for you to buy, some companies almost um, copied them, and Webull did for a couple of hours, and then they reversed their decision,
Yeah.
and then they
Smart
allowed.
move before you got the heat.
Definitely smart move. Yeah.
They're like, oh shit, you see what's
They
happening to
probably saw
Robinhood?
all those class action lawsuits that were being filed
Oh,
against Robinhood. We're
yeah.
like, guys, we cannot fucking do this. Open that shit back up.
Yeah. So yeah, and you were talking about who mentioned it? Oh, was it what's that other one? Vanguard?
Vanguard.
Yeah. You heard good things about them?
Yeah, people were saying on the Wall Street Bets subreddit that Vanguard didn't implement any of those bullshit
Yeah.
policies. They just let you buy whatever
Nice.
you want.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well, that's good for them. I wonder if they're gonna be the next Robinhood.
maybe. What one are you using right now?
I'm using Webull right now.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I have another one for crypto as well.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get the Weeble one, and then
It's a nice interface, like
I'm
really
not.
easy to read.
Yeah, and then I'm not so sure about getting into cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still like on the fence about it
Yeah.
because right now it's all hype, right?
Yeah.
It's like it's all hype. There's no difference
Well, they've been
of
saying it
what
was hype for like what, 15 years now?
I know. It's
But
like
it's worth even more right now.
it goes back to the days of fucking you know being able to get on the dark web
Yeah.
and actually use Bitcoin to purchase goods. I mean, they were being purchased. They were using it to purchase illegal goods, but
Yeah.
it was still being used
Yeah.
how it's supposed to be used. And obviously, right now, nobody uses Bitcoin to buy anything. You just buy Bitcoin, hold it, hope
Because it's worth
it's worth a
and
lot
you
of
have a
money.
point there
Yeah.
because you're right. There's been plenty of articles out that saying that soon they're thinking this year, and this is all just speculation from financial advisors, is that the major players basically in the banking world is basically ready to invest in Bitcoin because right now they really can't, although they're backing some Bitcoin companies up right now.
Yeah.
But they're saying this year at some points they're going to make a major change or announcement, and it's basically gonna send Bitcoin and maybe Ethereum or something like it's gonna go through the roof. So yes,
Bitcoin
that's
I get because it's the very first one and it's been used almost like since the time of the internet,
yeah.
right? And I would love to see
Ethereum. That's
Bitcoin,
it. Sorry.
Ethereum. I would like to see Bitcoin finally being used for what it's supposed to be used for, like buying stuff online.
Yeah.
Digital currency. We're going towards a cashless society.
Yeah.
This is going to happen whether people like it or not.
So you need to invest in Bitcoin in order for that to happen.
I
Like the
mean,
more people that jump on, the faster we could do this. But that's exactly what I was gonna question too. Is me and my friend were just talking today. Is that he was saying that a lot of people he talks to about Bitcoin are hesitant, or not even Bitcoin, crypto. They're hesitant to. They're hesitant to take the plunge. So we were kind of speculating as to why a lot of people have hesitations. But you just answered one of the questions that I was going to ask. And same for me. For me in particular, it was intimidating.
yeah,
I with the crypto wallets and not getting hacked and things like that.
yeah.
it's intimidating for someone who is barely even just new to stock.
I think another concern is that what is going to be the face of cryptocurrency, right? Because it's only recent that cryptocurrency started to boom, and then literally everybody started making their own coin.
Yeah.
Like last time I checked, there were over 500 different cryptocurrencies
Mm-hmm.
that you could purchase,
Yeah.
right? Now, if we are going towards this cashless society, they're not going to accept over 500 different payments of
Yeah.
cryptocurrency.
There's gonna be
There's
big
only
players.
going to be like maybe two or three to
Yeah.
start.
I
And
think
then,
so.
like one for America,
Yeah.
probably maybe even each country will have their own cryptocurrency,
Ooh, like a real
like
currency.
digital pesos
Yeah.
or digital dollars,
Yeah.
digital Canadian dollars, right?
Yeah.
And
But the
then
cool. Oh yeah. Sorry.
no, you go ahead. You go ahead.
No, you can go.
Okay, so um and then so then it's like, what's going to be the face of America's cryptocurrency?
Yeah.
You can't have like fucking 50 different ones. So which one is the best one to invest in? In
Yeah.
my mind, Bitcoin is the best one to invest in because it's been around for so long. It
Yeah.
literally is the first cryptocurrency that we had,
Yeah.
starting out. And then you got fucking, Dogecoin, which, started to get a bigger name
Yeah.
only because of the hype right now.
Yeah.
But realistically, I cannot see Dogecoin being an acceptable form of payment anywhere here.
Maybe a 7-Eleven or
Maybe.
GameStop.
Yeah,
I don't
maybe
know.
somewhere. Yeah, maybe somewhere where they appreciate memes.
But the thing that one forgets is that you could always convert, like in these or these crypto markets. They actually let you convert your coin to
Mm,
another. So let's say I had $1,000 worth of Dogecoin,
yeah,
I can convert it into $1,000 worth of Bitcoin for like a less than 1% fee. So, like, you could still kind of invest in it because people are still putting money in it, and then you could just convert it to another
yeah.
coin that's acceptable.
Well, in that case, yeah. So there are definitely still systems that we need to put in place for converting digital currency, right?
Mm-hmm.
That we don't have right now, that we're going to need to do if all the countries decide, all right, now's the time we're only going to be doing digital currency instead of paper money.
Yeah.
Um, okay, I could
Could you
definitely
imagine
see
like the
that
digital
happening.
peso, like
I can't,
crypto
man.
mex or something like
Yeah,
that?
crypto
I would
max.
invest in that.
That would be fucking dope. Yeah.
Yeah, but you have a point. I think there's gonna be, basically like three major players in the crypto market.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Bitcoin
think
obviously being
another
one of them.
one. I think the second to follow Bitcoin was Ethereum, and that's like the second highest valuable crypto you could get. But I say if you think of currency, look at what's happening to U.S. dollars devaluating. It's inflating basically. But also a lot of people are sketched out because it's digital currency. Crypto is right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what do we use on a daily basis to purchase things? I hardly see anyone carry cash with them. They're always using their debit cards. Everything is ones and zeros anyways. Like your credit card, your debit card, it's all digital.
Yeah.
And barely anyone has cash unless you're going to the strip club or to the bar.
Yeah. And even then, I don't carry cash to the bar.
Yeah.
Not like
And that's
that,
the thing.
anyways.
It's digital anyway. So
Yeah.
I'd rather support something that's decentralized like Bitcoin, where basically no one could take ownership of it. And it so far to this day, it has not been hacked either.
Mm.
And that's why they call it also a blockchain. Basically, every transaction connects to one another, and it has like it's an
There's
encrypted.
no way for another.
Yeah, you can't
connection
tap
to get
into
in
it
there.
at all.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
that's fascinating to me. Is
Yeah.
that it's actually
Money can be so secure.
it's digital, but there's still something there. There's still a process in place, a program that's made up like of millions of computers by now. I would imagine that's creating these things.
Yeah.
And every one is an algorithm basically every mine that they do, or like when Bitcoins are mined, they're basically just algorithms that are generated that are unique, and encrypted. So it's just fascinating. It's like we're definitely in the beginnings of the internet age, I would think.
Definitely. And we're only in 2021. I can't
Hmm.
imagine what life is going to be like in 2060.
Yeah,
Maybe we will get robot arms, bro.
yeah. But yeah, definitely, I like what you said, because that's basically what a lot of people feel, and you have valid concerns as well, because you're putting
Yeah,
your money into this,
of course.
so
Yeah.
you shouldn't take it lightly.
Yeah.
So
That's the biggest concern. It's
yeah,
just the fact that, it's my money and
you don't
putting
want
it
to.
putting it into
Yeah,
I mean, it's like people said, it's gambling at this point. At
yeah,
this point right now, it's gambling,
yeah.
right? We don't know what's going to be the thing,
Mhm.
and that's scary to a lot of people.
It's almost like a more exciting stock market. Like returns are
Yeah.
high, but it's
Yeah.
very dangerous.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Like
Unless you invest in Bitcoin, then it seems to just be going up. But um, yeah, it's I'm curious to know where that leads.
yeah,
And
like that guy that he bought like Bitcoin back in like
oh,
I think like the 90s or something. He saved it on a hard drive and he doesn't remember the
yeah,
password to it.
and he actually to go digging for it for a few. I don't know if it was days or I don't know, but he never found it.
Yeah, he has last time I checked, he only has 2 tries left.
Oh my god.
And inside that hard drive is billions of
Oh my
dollars.
god. Or when Bitcoin was barely coming out, remember that story that the first person who ever purchased anything with the Bitcoin was like a guy ordering pizza?
Yeah,
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 and apparently that I think he paid it. See, I don't want to say anything wrong, but he definitely paid with a lot of Bitcoins because it wasn't worth anything.
yeah, at the time.
So it's like he purchased that one pizza for like $100,000, basically what it's worth
In
now.
today's Bitcoin, yeah, it's fucking crazy,
Yeah.
man.
So I wonder if that pizza place still kept their Bitcoin.
I always wondered, like, what if I pulled the trigger and bought Bitcoin, like to buy, because I think I was like 17 at the time, and I was gonna buy drugs
Yeah.
on the dark web,
Yeah.
and I was looking at how to get Bitcoin,
Yeah.
but at that time I didn't
It
understand
was so
anything.
foreign.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
didn't
even think it was
understand.
as easy as
It
today.
wasn't. It was not easy. Like
Mm-mm.
they wanted me to download a specific program, and I was like, "All right, this is like fucking
It's getting
fishy as
crazy.
shit." Yeah, I'm not gonna fucking do this.
But yeah, now there's like tons of
Hmm.
markets, and not only crypto markets. Webull is like a stock market that has crypto
Yeah,
as well.
and you could.
So
Oh, okay.
it's nice to see that.
Yeah, maybe I'll get it, and then I'll
Yeah.
I'll I'll toy around with
Or
getting
with your
some coin.
stock, if you ever get a surplus, like some profit that you want to experiment with,
Yeah,
see if they could convert it to crypto and just let it sit there and see what happens.
yeah. I
Like
remember.
something you're comfortable losing,
Yeah,
like with stock as well.
yeah,
Don't don't trade stock unless you feel comfortable losing that amount potentially.
yeah. When I bought stock, I started off small. I got Twitter and Snapchat stock.
Oh, nice.
I think at the time it was at 50. And then when I sold, because I needed money, I got $200. So $100 profit.
Nice.
It really helped me,
Oh yeah.
I kind of wish I didn't sell it though.
So how
But
long was that? How long ago was that?
I bought the stock back in, I want to say like maybe like October of last year.
Ah, okay.
And then I think I waited like 3 months and I really needed money. And then that's when I sold it.
Use Robinhood?
At the time, yeah, I
Yeah.
used Robinhood.
Yeah. And my first time buying stock was like I think the year before that. And I also made like 100 or 200 bucks and just sold it because I needed the money.
It's great, I mean, shit like that, it definitely, I can see why it's addicting.
Yeah.
Just seeing your numbers go up, or like you read
It's like a
something,
game.
you read something in the news that, like, let's say Twitter, right? You see Twitter did something good, and then you go to check your stock, and then that shit just fucking flew up
Yeah.
like nothing.
And just seeing that green bar go up.
Yeah, like
Or the
I get
best
it, man.
feeling,
I get
waking
it,
up in the morning, checking it,
and
and it
seeing
says
that you're
plus
up, yeah,
something, plus the number of percentage that it went up. And it's like a rush. Like, You feel
Like,
good that
fuck
day.
yeah, I made shitload of money. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, I gained $1. Fuck yeah. But I've had stock that jumped up like $10 or even more, like
And then when
multiple
that,
stocks, and then it
yeah,
just jumps up to like 100 all at once. I'm like, oh shit, you want to sell? But I didn't at the time. But
yeah,
it's just addicting.
it's hard. Yeah, it's a hard decision to
Yeah,
sell it or not. Because then you think like, fuck, what if it never goes back up
yeah,
like this again? So that's a possibility.
yeah. And I'm a small fish too. I see people investing thousands of dollars,
Oh shit, yeah, yeah,
thousands.
dude, that's just crazy to me. Let me get like $1,000 worth of play money first, and
Yeah.
then I'll think about doing that. But
Like my friend
right
took
now,
out
no.
like a loan. I think it was thousands of dollars, and he put it all into stock and crypto. And
Fuck.
ever since then, he's been addicted. Like he's telling me, oh, like I gained like 10,000 today, and a couple days ago I found he lost 30,000, but that's after like making 60,000 or something ridiculous.
Okay.
And in my mind, I'm like, do I like you kind of feel like what is my $100 gonna do like in anything?
Yeah.
Like people are putting in thousands, but maybe
If you want to win big money,
yeah,
yeah, you
but I'm
got
not
to.
comfortable losing all that.
Fuck no, man.
So
That's
I'm
it.
just doing a little drip at a time.
Yeah, that's what's best. Until we get to a point where we can actually spend that much money.
Yeah, and feel good about it, whether
Yeah.
we lose it or not, or
Yeah.
just feel comfortable. Like, okay, $1,000 is gone.
Yeah, because I'm hoping, obviously with how well the podcast is going, I have big plans for this podcast,
Yeah.
and I'm hoping that this podcast, along with things we do on the side, can provide some sort of income,
Heck yeah.
right? And at that point, we can then possibly use the money that we make from this podcast as play money,
Yeah.
and we can do whatever the fuck we want. We
You
can buy
know?
$1,000 worth of stocks and
Yeah.
shit.
And we will have our own meme coin, dude. We'll have like the weenie
The
coin.
Huevos coin. Oh, the Weenie coin, dude.
Yeah. And I know we have probably a few developers have listened to us by now. So I hope one day we could hire you guys because we won't take free labor. I mean, we'll pay you
We'll pay you.
eventually.
Might not be much, but you'll get something.
But honestly, that'd be cool. A weenie coin. Do you guys take weenie coin? Like,
Yeah,
I just
like-
want to see that someday at like the local store.
Do you take Weenie
Do
coin?
you guys take weenies or just weenies? That's the
Yeah.
whole coin. Like, it doesn't even have coin in the title.
Just weenies. You guys take weenies? That would be dope.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just for fun, but a nice thought. But yeah, it's getting crazy out there, man.
It definitely is, dude. And
But it's like what I was telling you today is I'm glad it's putting eyes on the financial market. Because when would a guy like me or you invest money, especially in our culture? We know
Yeah.
nothing of stock. I don't know any relative of mine, at least, that invests in stock. That's not even, they think, okay, go to work, you know, have a family at home,
of course, yeah.
sleep, wake up, do it
Go
all
back to
over
work.
again.
What?
But that's it. They
um,
just want a roof over their heads. And I do
Yeah.
too. But it's nice to see people of our culture because we've spoken to, our primos as well, and they're financially minded as well. At least they're looking at
sort
stock
of, yeah.
and
They're
sort
starting
of.
to now.
Yeah.
How far along are we in?
Let's see.
Yeah, check real quick before I say anything. We're pretty far.
53 minutes.
All right, yeah, we could talk about this. All right, so fucking yeah, we've been talking about this with our cousins, and only because they see that big money is being made that they're interested now.
Yeah.
Because this isn't the first time I've talked to our cousins about stocks and shit.
Oh no.
No, I've talked to them about stocks many times, but they were never
Oh.
interested.
Now that they're seeing it in the mainstream news and stuff, like
That's probably
oh,
why,
shit.
yeah. And then
Because I mean, they don't go to Reddit or anything. Like, where are they catching their news?
no, they just Facebook, yeah.
And Facebook
then-
usually gets their shit after Reddit when
You
it all
know,
happens.
Yeah.
And then you're too late.
And then a cousin of ours, I'll tell you off the mic, that his thing is that he wishes to win the lottery. Then he'll be able to live an awesome life. Which I'm like,
Oh,
bro,
shit.
like I don't know. When I hear that, I'm like, dude, like you're never gonna win the lottery, man.
Yeah.
There's like such. I only say that because the odds of winning the lottery are so small
Yeah.
that it most likely, and that is, you know, kind of like when I say most likely, it's like 99%
More than
chance.
likely.
Yeah, more than
99.98.
yeah percent chance that you're never going to win the lottery. And even if you do, like most people's lives, it ends up terrible after winning the lottery
Yeah.
because they don't realize that you have to report that money to the IRS, who
It'll
then
all
takes
be
a cut.
taxed.
Yeah. And then after that, you're pretty much left with, let's say like you win $1 million, right?
You'll get like what, 500,000 bucks,
Because like the
600,000.
people that um, hand out the money, they take their cut. If I recall correctly, they take their cut, and then you take
Oh, they do.
whatever they give you. Like let's say they take 300,000, so you're left with seven, and then you take that money, go report it to the IRS, or else you can end up in jail. Um,
Yeah,
IRS takes their
definitely. They'll
cut.
be watching.
IRS takes their cut. Let's say it's another 300,000, so you're left with $400,000. You can't live the rest of your life off of $400,000, not unless you fucking get like a van camper and live out in the woods. But
Yeah.
even then, you're out in the woods. What the
And
fuck?
even then, there's most states don't even have privacy laws, so people could publicly see that you're the one who won the $1 million.
Oh,
And guess how many primos you're gonna have after that calling you?
asking you for money, yeah.
And even the people oh, like I need to, I'm struggling right now. Can you give me like $10,000? Like
Yeah.
you got
It's like,
20
bro, you win,
million,
and yeah, they don't realize that you got taxed the fuck out of your money. They're like, bro, you just won $1 million.
and
You just
even then, it's my reward. I
yeah,
should be the one thinking like, basically, if you have done good to me growing up, then I will. I'm
come
a
to
giving
you,
person. I
yeah,
give a lot to the people that have kind of made a difference in my life, helped me grow.
yeah,
So I give. But if I'm not even thinking that in my mind, then I don't think you should be telling me to give you money.
or
Where
asking
were
for a
you this
favor,
whole
yeah,
time? So basically, yes, your family, but you can't take advantage of me either.
of course.
Yeah.
If for whatever reason I won the lottery, right? I wouldn't tell anybody. I wouldn't be telling
I wouldn't
anybody
tell
about that
anyone
shit.
either.
'Cause especially in a Mexican family, you tell one person, next thing you know, everybody knows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Your phone's gonna get blown up that day.
Yeah, everybody asking you for money and shit, and you're like,
Yeah.
man, I can't even enjoy my money. Like all of you making me feel bad for not giving you any.
Yeah.
But all right, sorry, got a little off track there. But
And
anyways,
what would you buy with your money, or how would you spend your money if you were given $1 million, let's say? So you get taxed, blah blah blah.
and I
You
end up
get
with a
like
million.
600,000, let's say.
Okay. So first thing I would do is buy a house, but like not a nice one. I'll get a cheap one.
Okay.
One that lets people know
A frugal house.
he has like an okay living.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's probably gonna run me, I would say, especially over here where we live, probably like 300,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm already out $300,000. I have 300,000 left. Um, I would probably buy like a couple nice things for myself, like um, because I already have a PC. I probably get a better desk and like some decorations for the wall behind me for a streaming room. And I would definitely like upgrade our equipment for the podcast, which would all probably cost less than $5,000. So I'm still left with 225,000. I would take half and invest in. I'd probably invest in stocks.
Yeah.
I probably but like slowly.
Or get an advisor.
So oh my God, yes. I would get an advisor, a
Let him
financial
do the
advisor.
stocks.
I would let him keep track of my money.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I have $600,000. I need this to last for as long as possible.
Yeah.
And then, I tell him about the house. He's like, all right, here's your $300,000 for the house.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do with the rest of this 300,000?
And they will help you out with the stock too.
Yeah,
Like,
and then
oh,
I'll be
I
like,
want to set this amount to stock, and then they'll recommend.
I'll be like, yeah, okay, here, take this 20,000. I'll start off small. Take this 20,000, invest in stocks, and get back to me.
Yeah.
And then I would just let him do his thing until I can cash out. And then I would probably go 20 for like a long time.
Yeah.
As long as I kept seeing a return, I would go 20 for a long time.
Yeah. Dang, that's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people would blow it, buy fucking roller coasters.
Yeah, fucking
on a loan.
buy out a
with
day at
600,000, you're
Disneyland or
not getting a
something.
roller coaster. You might get one of those little Mickey Grove roller coasters.
Oh yeah, one of those fucking piece of shit ones. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's smart. Yeah, you have to feel like the reward, or you have to kind of reward yourself as well, right? I like what you said
Just
about
a little bit.
buying
Yeah.
yourself something nice, like nothing small or nothing big, right?
Yeah.
So like a new desk, a new podcast setup.
Yeah.
And then go from there and even invest. But I believe the same thing. I would get an advisor.
Yeah.
And
That's the smart thing
basically
to
just
do.
keep it all with the advisor, and then I would have ideas and I would pitch it to them, and then they'll tell me like the risk.
That's what they're there for.
Yeah.
They're there to tell you, no, you're not going to do that. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Which is what you need when you have that much money and you're not used to having that much money.
Exactly. But some people don't even get advisors at all.
Some people don't even report their money to the IRS. And then when the money's all gone, the IRS is like, hey,
we're taking your shit now. The little you have.
Where's our $200,000, dude?
Your mansion gone. Your car gone. So you're in a worse spot than you were.
I know, dude. Isn't that fucking crazy? Like if you don't tell the IRS what they already know, they'll just take everything you own.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you don't have $200,000. All right, well, fuck, your house is ours now.
Yep.
That TV, ours. That couch, ours.
Look what happened to MC Hammer. He owed a lot of money because he had a very lavish living.
Yep.
And he ended up getting everything taken away from him.
All because he
that must feel really bad. You're on top of the world, and then all your shit's taken away.
Imagine that, man. All because he didn't tell the fucking IRS how much money they have.
Yeah.
And it's kind of stupid how we have it set up in this country, because in other countries I've heard that the IRS already takes out everything automatically. Like they already have everything. They automatically file everything for you. So at the end at tax season, they just send you a check for how much.
Dang, that's a lot better than here.
You get, yeah.
I feel that I don't even get as much as I put in.
Yeah, like over here in the U.S., the system for doing your taxes is fucking tricky, because you're off by like one number, and next thing you know, you don't get anything back. Which is so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah.
How do you do your taxes? Do you go through like a person or something, or?
No, I do it online.
Gotcha.
And then, I just fill out the appropriate forms, and
yeah,
typically I get something back.
Yeah. Same here. I know people who don't get anything back and they owe.
Yeah, one time I owed money, but that was only because I didn't have like health insurance for half the year.
Dang, isn't that fucked? Is like, well, you don't have enough for health insurance, so I'm gonna fine you some money.
Yeah, and it's bullshit how like health insurance companies, they don't cover you. You can't just like, let's say it's the middle of the year, right? You can't just sign up for a health insurance company. You have to wait till they accept applications, which is at only
what if I'm dying?
Certain periods. Yeah.
I'm gonna get a surgery and then I had to deal with the fucking consequences of not having money.
Yeah. It's fucking bullshit, because hospitals, they fucking charge you for everything.
Yeah.
And
not only that, now with this whole pandemic thing going, it's packed and there's no room.
They won't even take you.
Like
sorry, man, you're gonna have to
like
come
our
in.
cousin, he had COVID, and then he was sent back twice.
The first time, yeah.
Or maybe the first time.
So I remember he went once, and then
then there was a second
they
time,
didn't
which
even
he looks like he got a bed
dude.
the second time. So he was
second
probably
time
impatient.
Fucking A. I felt bad for that guy, man.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for him.
But yeah. Yeah, when the hell are we gonna get out of this whole I thought it was gonna be this year, but no way. There's no way. Now I'm thinking like maybe 4 years.
Out of the pandemic hole?
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to look like it, yeah. I've been seeing like they're having issues like sending the vaccine out to people.
Mm-hmm.
And then, a lot of people, they're not even gonna take it.
Yeah. Such as
And
myself, I'm not gonna take it.
yeah.
Fuck that.
And then yeah, because even if like enough people take the vaccine, there's still a lot that won't take it. And if they get it and possibly die, then it's still gonna be bad.
And I've read that it's only like a 6-month immunity.
Ooh. Okay. Fuck.
But there's a lot of new ones coming out, like the Johnson and Johnson one, where you only had to take the one. I don't know if it's a shot or
Yeah.
it must be a shot,
Has to be, yeah.
but there's only one session, which is better than 2.
Yeah.
From Pfizer.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I mean, it's interesting to see where that goes as well. But the good thing about being in IT, you don't tend to go out a lot, so.
Yeah, and
You
and
only
you
go
work,
out.
yeah, and you work remote.
Yeah, I
So-
work remote. So I'm just basically in this bubble the whole day, secluding myself.
Yeah. And let's say like even if you don't get the vaccine, you go out, you wear your mask. We go to socially distance restaurants and shit.
Yeah.
It's
And
all
we
good.
do.
It's all good,
Yeah. Me and this guy, we've been practicing social distancing from the beginning. And the funny thing is that we have different views and we're still doing okay. Because
Yeah,
although
thankfully.
I have a different view, I'm not extreme like some other people that are like under my same umbrella,
Yeah.
right? There's layers.
Yeah.
There's conspiracy theorists.
QAnon
which
people.
Even some of my like managers and bosses, they
Yeah.
think that way.
For real?
They've shared stories with me. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So it's interesting because even people who are making like $100,000 a year are still thinking this way, and they're educated people. But it's rather
It's kind of weird.
it's
Or
weird.
weird to me at least. To
Yeah.
think like somebody who's like that educated would think like that.
Yeah. But
like in
then again,
conspiracy
who is
theories.
right? Right?
That's
So
true. Yeah.
we're capped at our basically at our IQ, and apparently they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars and went to get their master's degree, and they're still thinking this way. So is there something we're missing? Because it feels like when I hear an opinion that I don't agree with, I'm thinking they're wrong, but then they're thinking I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So there's obviously some disconnection. Like
Yeah.
we can't all be right, and we can't always feel like we can't all be right, but you also have to realize you can't always be right. Like to yourself, you have to say that. So
Yeah.
that's why I question everything. But we'll see how this goes. But what could you do? What could you do? You could only.
Just keep
Well, I think
on-
everyone's in agreement, or at least the rational people, that okay, there is something going on, right?
if you're a rational
If
person,
you're rational.
you should notice that. All right, maybe this virus is real.
Yeah. Yes,
No.
it's real. But to what effects?
Just wear your mask. Stay
Just-
socially distanced.
Plus, masks are cool.
You'll be fine. When you said that this could possibly go on for another 4 years, I was actually kind of happy that we still get to wear masks when we go
Well,
places,
it'll be accepted for sure.
which is good.
Yeah.
I like masks. I
Because
like wearing
before
them.
you walk into a store and then you're thinking like, oh shit, they're gonna think I'm gonna rob them. But now you can walk into any store, you can
Yeah.
wear a fucking ski mask, and they'll just.
Well, maybe not a ski mask, but yeah, but yeah, I know what you mean.
A ski mask.
Yeah.
Someone should experiment. Tell me later.
Um,
Don't do it if you have brown skin.
yeah, it'll definitely be bad. Make sure you're white if you're gonna do it.
Because they can clearly see, oh, he has white around his eyes.
Yeah, his lips are very small. Yeah, it's a white guy.
But I'm talking shit. I love my white people.
All right, but yeah, so I hope we still get to wear masks for a while. I really
Mhm.
like them, and
Have you seen the Scorpion mask? Like the real Mortal Kombat Scorpion, like real.
I
It
saw
doesn't look
fucking
cheap. It looks.
yeah. I saw what was his name? T-Pain.
Yeah.
He
had a
bought-
Gucci one.
It was a Louis Vuitton one.
Oh, I follow that artist.
Somebody made him a mask out of Louis Vuitton bags.
Well, yeah,
It
it's
cost over like $10,000. So I was like, fuck.
yeah. I follow that guy on
That shit
Instagram.
was fucking dope.
He makes Louis Vuitton uh things out of everything. I'm talking everything. If you go to his page, everything is decked out in Louis Vuitton design.
Isn't it weird how people get careers doing shit like that? Like there's this woman who
Woman?
has made a career out of bedazzling things.
What? Why
Yeah.
would you want to bedazzle?
Like people pay this lady
To bedazzle things?
shitload of money to bedazzle everyday things. Yeah. And it's not like she's bedazzling with like real diamonds. No,
I
it's like
know.
just the fake gems.
And it looks
Yeah.
so cheesy to me. Have you seen those bedazzled pants? Like, come on now.
I've seen fucking like there's this I'll just a general. There's, women influencers who have like bedazzled, coffee cups, bedazzled coffee
Everything.
makers,
Yeah.
toasters, not coffee toasters, just regular toasters. Bedazzled
I
toasters.
was thinking like, oh,
Yeah.
where could I find that?
But yeah, she's made a career out of being the go-to girl to get your stuff bedazzled by.
Yeah.
Which, you could just bedazzle shit yourself.
Yeah.
But no, people would rather pay this chick
Hmm.
to bedazzle their stuff.
That's interesting.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, even the guy having a living out of making shit out of Louis Vuitton stuff,
Yeah.
you
But
know?
then again, maybe they're great marketers as well. Because a lot of people are good at doing something, but they could never reach that level, right?
I mean, not only that, but how, like, let's, with the guy making Louis Vuitton bags, right? Louis Vuitton bags are expensive.
Fuck it.
So even if you wanted to start off in that career, if that's what you can call it, you need some serious startup money to buy Louis Vuitton bags.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
So
not
he could
only-
be like the only dominating one in that industry.
Oh yeah. Maybe he just had a shitload of money and he said, like, I'm gonna just buy a shitload of products from Louis
Yeah.
Vuitton and then this is gonna be my material. And then yeah, not only are you paying, like if you're the customer, you're paying for the Louis Vuitton bag to cover the materials, but you're also paying the labor as well, which
Yeah.
is probably a shitload
Yeah.
as well. So smart guy
Definitely.
who thought of that. But it's nice to see, even with the bedazzled woman, it's nice to see that people are just kind of blowing up, doing their own thing instead of having these corporations do everything.
Yeah, that part's pretty cool. It kind of like, gives us hope,
Yeah.
the little guy.
And then if you're a great marketer or you have a team with great marketing, then
Skills, yeah.
yeah. So fuck. Much kudos to them.
Yep.
Because there's I don't know, it seems like you've always had this feeling as well, is you got to create something. You have to express yourself. You can't just live your whole
Doing a
life
job,
and then
no.
do your job and then enjoy, have more than a few moments where it's like really fun, and then just live your whole life and do nothing
Yeah.
in terms of creating. But I've always had that nagging feeling like I got to create something. So when I was younger, I would do music, I would make beats, I would do hip hop music, and I even made a group with my cousin. And then I took on like electronic pianos, which I have somewhere here, right there.
Yeah, the MIDI. Yeah.
Yeah, and then now I'm trying to play the bass. So I'm always trying to do something new, and I see that you've as well. You've constantly have tried to create things for yourself as well,
Yeah.
whether it's things that are not even shown in the public, like writing scripts, things like that. But I think what made you want to start creating things, basically?
So like, I mean, since a young age, I never liked school only because, my mother was never really around. So I failed academically so she would pay attention to me. But it was kind of like one of those things where like I understood the material. I wasn't
Yeah.
a stupid kid, but I just failed on purpose so my mom would notice me. So all that time not doing homework, I would look at other stuff. I remember for a while I wanted to be like a photographer.
Yeah.
I really like taking pictures.
Oh yeah.
So I was always doing something like in a creative aspect. And then it was when I was 17, I went to go see a medium, and um, an angel presented themselves to me, and they told me that I was destined for great things. And ever since then, I was like just never satisfied with any job that I ever had, because I know that I'm supposed to be
You could
doing
do
something,
more.
yeah, that I can do more.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until like right now that we're doing this podcast that I feel like I found the thing to do.
This is it.
Yeah, this is it. This is like the make it or break it. Because if I made like this pact with myself, like if I can't make a living doing these creative things, then I'm just gonna go to school and become a psychologist,
Yeah.
and then just
Oh,
because they
you'd
get
be good
paid.
at that.
Yeah, because they make a lot of money, and I'll just ride that wave till I die.
Yeah.
So this is like my final, because I'm gonna be 26 this year,
Yeah.
and you know, you could only be,
So
I look on YouTube and I don't see many, old YouTubers. You know what I
unless
mean?
they started when they
When
were
they were
like when
young,
YouTube
yeah,
was barely blowing up and they're still big.
exactly. So I'm running out of time in that aspect. At least I think so. Um, so this is the real make it or break it for me.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Dang. Well, that was very nice of you to say on the podcast, but man, I am more than sure that this is just the beginning.
I think
Like,
so.
remember
Yeah.
when we were first discussing this podcast, it felt like, dang, not only did you have the name, but the concept was great as well. And you may see two dudes on the microphone, but it's much more than that.
To
It,
us, yeah.
it's basically everything we have. We're discussing our whole lives. So I think that's what makes it very special. And this is basically the ice, like the very tip of the iceberg,
Yeah.
basically how they say it. But yeah, I'm enjoying the whole ride already, and I can't lie, and you can't lie when we say like there's times where, man, do I really want to record a podcast today? I'm not even,
Yeah.
you know, but we have to push ourselves to do one every week, and I'm glad that we do that because in the end, I look back at that podcast, I'm like, man, that was a fucking great podcast.
Yep. And then, we take a look at the analytics, and we're
Yeah,
so happy to see that people are really liking what we're doing.
exactly.
And yeah, like you said, man, like I don't want to let this thing die. Like this is the thing
Yeah,
that's going to get us to the next point. Like this
exactly.
this is going to allow us to do even more creative stuff.
Yeah,
And I can't wait for that to happen.
because
You know,
exactly.
if you want to make it big, you got to put in the work. And that's what we have to do
We're
every
pushing.
week for this podcast.
Yeah.
No matter whether we feel tired or not, doesn't matter. We got to push through.
Because haven't you seen people make podcasts and then just give up, or
Yeah.
do a project and then just give up?
I've done it many times.
But honestly, I think it's because you're there, and then I'm also here that
I
we
was
can't
yeah,
back out.
I was just gonna say that. Like now I have a responsibility to you
Yeah.
to show up.
Because
Like,
like if there was a week where you said, "Oh, I'm not feeling it," I'd be like, "Well, you want to record like tomorrow
yeah, yeah,
or the next day?" Like we had to record. But exactly, if it was just me, I would only have to hold myself accountable. Whereas if there was another person, you can't let them down either, right?
yeah.
So I think it's kind of like a yin and the yang kind of thing. There's a balance there.
I think so. Yeah, that's what it is, honestly.
Yep. And yeah, I think that's pretty much the
That's
sum of
yeah.
everything here.
That's a good note to end on.
That is a good note. And I want to thank you all for joining us today, especially if you made it this far. And I hope you're enjoying the ride like we are.
Same. Thank you guys so much for listening. Follow us on Instagram, at Twitter, at Gone Weenies. I'm going to be streaming again pretty soon.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see, this episode comes out next Wednesday. So I will be streaming the day this comes out at 2. and then Thursday and Friday at 12 p.m.
All right. Where are you going to be streaming at?
I'll be streaming at trovo.live/J the Creator.
Yeah. And if you haven't heard of Trovo, it's basically the next best thing. Because Twitter, everything's just congested. Have you ever felt like you ate too much food and you couldn't take it? That's how Twitter or Twitch feels.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous. You only have the big Twitchers and all the little guys are ignored. Well, this is the next best thing. Better streaming, better everything. Quality looks better. I'm not even sponsored. We're not sponsored. But just join Jay the Creator here at Trovo because his streams are actually really funny. I look at some of the clips that he posts on Instagram. There's one where he's screaming at his brother.
One of my favorites.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Like he could start a series of screaming at his brother.
It's just yelling
But
at my
it's
brother.
all, you know.
And you can follow me on Instagram at Twitter @_J the Creator. What about you, Purple Suns?
Purple Sun _X. And that's Instagram. I always say this. We need to record something here.
We definitely do.
And then on Twitter, it is I give drugs _ So come follow me. Come check out the party.
Yeah. And then check us out on our website, huevos.com.
Mm-hmm.
We're also on TikTok at Weenies. You can see our clips there.
TikTok's been blowing up.
And definitely has. We have 11 followers now.
There you go.
Nice.
It's hard to get, unless you're a hot chick, it's hard to get followers.
Definitely. The fact that we even have 11 is awesome.
Yeah. And maybe those people are the ones coming and listening. So that's great, guys. Thanks for joining us. I feel there's one other one.
Any questions or comments, give us send us an email at mail@huevosconweenies.com.
All right,
And,
guys.
that's pretty much it.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Laters.